Today I'm going to teach you, yes you, how to change a bike tire. Now let's say your bike has a flat. Womp womp, womp womp, womp womp womp. And you don't want to pay to have somebody fix it for you. Well, I will tell you how to fix it. First off, you're going to need to know what size your tire is. Usually, this information can be found on the tire itself, right here. I don't know if you can clearly see, but it says 700 by 32 C. With that information, you can go to the store and pick up your own tube, like this one here. Remove the tire from the bike. I have quick release tires here, but if you have a wrench, you will need a wrench to get your the tires off the bike. Like so. The next part is a little tricky, and you may need some finesse to get it off. But basically, all you have to do is lift your tire out of the bike, and then you'll see that the chain is still attached to the tire. The easiest way to get it off is push down on the derailleur so that it loosens up the chain, which will let you take the chain off the wheel. And here's the finesse part, which releases the tire from the bike. Next, remove the valve cap. Then remove this little valve ring that keeps your valve on here. This is an extremely long valve, totally unnecessary. But now that that's off, you're on to the next step. Now you're going to want to remove the tire from the rim. Make sure that all the air is out of the tube before you take it off. You can do that by twisting this little thing here so that it's in the loose or off position, and just getting all the air out of there. Then you're going to want to take the tire off the rim here. Now there's a tool that will help you do this, but I have strong fingers and I can just do it myself. But if you don't need if you need the tool, I strongly recommend getting it. It's cheap. Then all you have to do is take the deflated tube out of the tire. Grab the new tube and inflate it a little bit. You can do this by pumping it up with a pump or just blowing into it by first loosening the valve, then blowing into it. So you can see now it's inflated just a little bit. This sometimes is a little frustrating because it doesn't want to go on. Because you'll find out that, look, the tube looks like it's a little bit too big for the tire, but as you massage it in to the tire, you'll have it in there. So now you have a tire with a tube inside of it. Then get your rim, find the hole for the valve on the rim, which is right there, and that's where the valve goes in. So insert the valve first. Now that the valve's pulled through, you're going to want to put the tire back on the rim. I find it's easy is just to start pulling it back on from one side over onto the rim until you go all the way around, and making sure that the tire is sitting nicely onto the rim there. This ensures that the tube doesn't get pinched by the tire. There. So now, run your hand around and make sure that the tire is fully onto the rim. So now you're working backwards by sliding the tire back into the bike. Remember to pull the chain back, placing it onto the gears and sliding it back into place, which again sometimes requires a bit of finesse. There it goes. You'll know it's back on because your wheel will spin freely. Next, take the skewer, put it back on the bike. Again, you may not have quick release, but you might have nuts and bolts. So get your wrenches back out, tighten that baby back up. Now you're ready to pump the tire back up. You may need an adapter for the valve because it's a skinny valve and you need one of these guys. They're only $2. You can get them at any bike store. And it just screws on. So what you have to do is loosen the valve again. Place the adapter on top of the valve, which will now let it accept pumps. Gas station pumps, any kind of pumps. So now that you got your pump on there, pump it up, take it off, replace the valve lock. Remember to take off the adapter again and put on the valve cap. And there, my friends, you have successfully inflated. And there you have it, my friends. You have successfully. And there you have it, my friends. You have successfully changed a tire on a bike. And the Pokemon card of the day is... Wow, Gambler. Okay, that's boring. And I've missed a few days, so we're going to ignore the Gambler. Because you gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, and know when to run. And the other Pokemon card of the day is... Ooh, Horsey. It's a good old Horsey. I don't know if we've pulled one of these yet, but I feel very indifferent about Horsey. I do not care either way. I don't like him. I don't hate him. He just exists. Known to shoot down flying bugs with precision blasts of ink from the surface of the water. Yes, that is a Horsey, and that's what it does.
What did you do today? A. No, I'm not Canadian.